I see you, Holly and Ben. Thank you guys. Oh, and Val, you changed accounts. I see you, girl. I see you. For some reason, Restream had some settings messed up, so had to fix a few things. It didn't have my Facebook stream on there, so I had to fix that. Hi, Holly. And then it did some weird camera shit. So I was back there fixing stuff. Good to see you guys. And my hair's doing something funky too, so I was trying to get that under control. But it's all good. It's going to be fine. How are you guys? I missed you last week. Been so busy. Thank you, Holly. All right. So Monday is my last day at the cafeteria. So I'll be a little less busy. Hi, Susan. How are you, darling? Okay, so I guess we'll just jump into it. If you are watching on the replay, please hit like, all the things if you haven't already. Thank you, thank you. Okay. I've been tired today, y'all. I've been so busy. Anna, hello, darling. How are you? Good to see you. Okay, let's go ahead and start jumping into it because I got to do this and then jump over to the website that I'm working for, do some work tonight. So, hello, Kara. How are you, darling? Okay, so we've got a little bit of something going on. Not quite exactly sure what it is, but we'll get to the bottom of it. So yeah, hello, Matt. How are you? Missed you guys last week. I've been so busy, but you know, lessons. Understand the lesson in this situation. Shift perspective, and karma is on the bottom of the deck. We also do have. We'll get to it in a minute, but shifting your perspective is going to be a big point here in this reading today. So a lot of people have been going through some triggers, right? I've talked to a lot of people personally, been kind of handing out guidance to people close to me and also clients. Just had a Nerf gun fight. Awesome. I love it. That's so cool. I'm glad you're having fun. So everyone's having some triggering shit right now. It's unavoidable. We are nearing the end of the year of the wood snake. February 17th is when we switched over to the year of the fire horse. So we're wrapping up some lessons. Okay, we're sifting and sorting through the last bits, releasing the last of what doesn't belong. It's been a long year. It's been a long, trying, triggering year for a lot of folks. So just expect the last residual energies to be, shedding right now. Insanity loop right behind that lessons card with repeating past mistakes. We're not doing that anymore. Okay. We have had this entire year where things have been brought to the forefront so that we can realize them, so we can say yay or nay and either keep them around or kick them to the curb. If they don't align with where you're moving to, then it has to go. So just listen to that intuition, okay, as you're navigating the last bits, hopefully, okay, hopefully, of stuff, that might be coming up as far as triggers go. Spirit guides also showing up for you. They're here, all right? They ain't going nowhere. Sometimes they may take a step back and you might feel like you're on your own, like nobody's helping, like nobody's guiding you. Yes, they are, but they've got to take a step back and let you demonstrate the lessons that you've learned, right? By making different actions. And we're going to get to that in a minute too, because action is not always needed. Thank you, Kara. Status upgrade, money, career, achieving the accolades. So you are approaching a status upgrade in some form or fashion in some area of your life, probably multiple. Okay. So what happens before we upgrade, before we level up? We're always going to have to face that King Koopa at the end of the level, right? Where it's going to be tremendously difficult. Not going to sugarcoat. It's difficult. But it's nothing that you can't overcome because you've already gained the tools, the knowledge, and the experience. Okay. So just know that you got this. Things are changing for the better. Okay. Status upgrade. That's for the better. Okay. And it could definitely be related to your home, as in like your actual foundations, whether that's finances, your actual home. You could be like revamping, cleaning out the clutter and welcoming in new energy. Really good way to do it. You're moving towards more sovereignty. Okay. Call back your power, stand in that truth, and know that you are supported and you are guided. But sometimes they got to take a hands off approach. Okay. So you're not alone. You're not going through it alone. So just be mindful of those ascension traps. Okay. Make better choices. Okay. We don't want to fall back into the old ways of being, doing, existing. We're detoxing from that shit. That's what this entire year has been about. Cleaning out that clutter, okay? Mental, emotional, even physical. Yeah, bring it. Oh, you got me on the big screen. Dang. Thanks, Matt. I know you'd tell me if I had like a bug or something, right? You're kidding. But not really. Like, you better tell me. Anywho, we are ascending, guys. This actually did come out of the deck. Your consciousness and your frequency are raising, okay? But when we are ascending to a different level, there's that tight squeeze. We're in the birth canal. We're being born into the new version of our lives, into the new version of us. And that can be uncomfortable. It can be a tight squeeze, right? So just hang in there. Keep going. Keep moving forward. Even if you feel stuck, stranded, ask yourself, why am I feeling stuck? Why is this situation coming up again? Why am I being triggered in this way again? What is it that I can learn from this situation? How can I benefit from this? What can I do to construct a better future for myself from the shit circumstances that I'm navigating right now? They might not be shit. I'm just saying, a lot of people are experiencing some shit. And, you know, I don't like it whenever people that I love are going through shit. So, custody court date Thursday. Girl, you'll have to keep me updated. But just things are getting better, okay? Things are improving. So Chris is up in here. I didn't see him. I might not see your comments because Restream be doing some fuck shit lately. I had to fix some settings, so I don't know. If you're commenting and I don't say anything, I didn't block you, obviously, because you wouldn't be able to watch this anyway. But yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'm not ignoring you. Anywho, things are coming together. All right, Two of Cups. This is, I hear replenishment with this one. Things coming together, feeling replenished, feeling, I mean, after a detox, after letting go of stuff, after pouring that stagnant water out of your cup, right? You're going to have to replenish. And that's where the Two of Cups comes in. It's like things are finally starting to come together, even if it's just a little bit. Okay. So take the little wins, and the more you observe and celebrate the small wins, the more you're going to have come in, right? Because whenever we focus on something, it manifests even more. So make sure you're focusing on those glimmers instead of the triggers right now. Give the triggers the focus and attention that they need, validation, pivot, do whatever you need to do. Oh, okay. Awesome. Well, welcome, Chris. Nice to meet you. I don't see your comments, love, or you might not have even made a comment. I don't know. Matt just sees you here. Welcome. Oh, thank you, Matt. All right. So again, replenishment. The moon card also right behind that bottom of the deck. Some things that are not so exciting to experience or witness, triggers and such, or actual situations not going in your favor. Trust and believe that they are going in your favor. It just might not be at this time. Remember that if something doesn't manifest for you, it doesn't mean that it's not meant for you, because what is meant for you will always land when it's aligned, okay? But some things are redirection. Some things are protection. So you may have some kind of triggering moment. Five of Pentacles right behind that one too, okay? Might not feel so fulfilling to experience this, all right? That Ace of Cups in the reverse and the Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold, feeling stranded, left alone, stuck, abandoned, okay? Just know that that's not the truth. That may be what you're feeling triggered by in the moment. Hello, Lisa. Welcome. But it's not going to be forever, right? These triggers are helping you. Everything is helping you along your path to ascension, to something better. The Hermit card is showing up in the reverse. You've gained all of that inner knowledge and wisdom you need. You've gained the experience. Now it's time to put it into practice. But sometimes we have to experience triggering moments so that we can finally overcome and leave that frequency behind. Oh, I love you, Nicole. I'm glad it's resonating, dear. So just sit with it, okay? You're going to be triggered. It's inevitable, especially with the energy we've got going on right now. According to tropical astrology, we have a Capricorn stellium, okay? I'm a Capricorn stellium, so I can tell you a little bit about it. But in sidereal astrology, it's actually in crikey. It's in Sagittarius, which is burn the mother down before we reconstruct with that Capricornian energy. Okay, so I'm dabbling in sidereal astrology, which makes a lot of sense to me. Like it clicks. It definitely tracks. So I'm loving that a little bit more than the tropical, but I'm looking at both. Okay, because most people, collective consciousness is focused on tropical astrology, so that energy is absolutely valid and absolutely does apply. But it's just a little hair off, so that they try to trick us, try to throw us off, so we can't really use the energies to our full advantage, right? So looking at both, being present with both is a really good thing. Just it might it might resonate with you. So burn the mother down and then reconstruct. Okay, we're all going through something like that in some aspect, some area. You can use it to your advantage either way, whether that's using that anger, harnessing and applying it to really burn that mother down and then create the new, or true to Sagittarian form. They are absolutely just lovely, with that really just gleeful fire energy a lot of the time. Sometimes not so much, but there's different levels of every single sign. So can't blame them, can't judge them, but using that energy wherever you're at on the spectrum of it, okay, harness it and apply it and move forward with your head held high. Okay, we've got Eight of Wands showing up, fire energy. Okay, we don't just use it to burn this mother down, we use it to accelerate, okay, combustion. It helps us gain speed, right? That's how a fuel engine works. Hi, Steph. So you might be experiencing some fire energy. It's all up to you how you apply it in your own life, okay? And I know easier said than done, but you'll do it. You'll get it, okay? Ten of Cups. After things start to really excel and move forward, after you release, let go of the anchors, everything that's weighing you down, whether you're consciously aware of it or not, okay? Keep that in mind. Your guides will help you burn shit to the ground that didn't really serve you in the way that it needed to. It was still anchoring you in that older frequency. Okay, keep that in mind. So we're letting shit go, we're healing, we're moving forward. Four of Four Swords, moving forward, healing. Take that time to rest, to regroup, okay, to regenerate. Um, Delta Doorway, forgiveness and limitless freedom. The Delta state, if we're talking about conscious, like awareness, Cap new moon tomorrow. Nice. Happy early birthday, by the way, Kara. Thank you for reminding us. Um, Facebook doesn't remind me or doesn't tell me about anyone's birthdays like ever. So if I miss wishing someone happy birthday, it's not on purpose. Facebook, just don't be notifying me, okay? Hey, Lisa. Happy Catterday. Love it. 2026 is so much fire energy. Yes. So burn it down and move the fuck on. Seriously. So Delta Doorway, levels of consciousness, like conscious awareness. Delta state is, that dreamy, that's where you get the REM sleep, right? So that is the quantum. You are actually existing in the quantum realms when you're in Delta state. So remember that. So focus on what it is that you are manifesting for yourself, not that you want to manifest, because everything is happening now. So you are manifesting it. Because if you say, I want to manifest, blah, 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 that puts it in the future. Okay. So whatever you're manifesting, whatever you are anchoring into your now, do it. Let go of the old lower frequencies that are anchoring you into that lower version of yourself. We're ascending. That's the focus of this reading. Okay. Judgment. This is walking away from the old version of you and ascending. Look, this is the old version of her. Her spirit is literally like floating up out of her body. So, Kara Val, aka Sue, says happy birthday. Oh, thank you. I just saw your happy birthday. Thank you, Kara. So this is ascension, okay? Walking out of the old way of existing into the new way of existing. We're packing up our bags. We're letting go of those burdens, okay? And we're moving on. She's literally moving from point A up at her old spot to point B to the new. She's not burdened. She's using that ox, okay? Use that ox. Strength card coming in here. You've been weathering some serious storms, okay? A lot of people have. It's time for humanity to elevate. It's time for everyone collectively to elevate. So macro or micro to macro, right? As above, so below, as within, so without, where everything's shifting and changing, but it begins with each individual part of the greater body of energy. And that's you, that's me, that's everyone individually releasing the old structures, the old ways of existing that are crumbling as we speak, right? Letting go of the old structures in your life that no longer serve a positive purpose for you or where you're going for your future. So, you might feel burdened even releasing some of those things. You might not want to. Okay. I get it. I get it. Capricorn stellium, remember? Stubborn ass. Okay. Doesn't like change much. So I get it. It's not fun, but it is necessary. If you want something better, sometimes you have to let go of even things that are dear to you that belong in the past. Okay. Because newer and better is coming. Not that you don't have to think about it or ever remember it again, because you will, but you can look back on those things with love in your heart and with appreciation for the time that they served a purpose in your life. Okay. So don't be afraid to let go of things, even those things that are very important to you. Okay. Because what is meant for you will always return if it's meant to stay. Okay. That one people are having a hard time with right now. And I get it. Okay. I get it. Luckily, I'm already kind of past this energy. So I can be on my soapbox and be like, been there, done that. I get it. Okay. But you got to let go. Quit being a stubborn ass, because I'm a stubborn ass. Okay. You got to let it go. You have to flow with it. Change is the only constant. Okay. And change is good. Change is really, really good. Our egos might say otherwise because they're trying to protect us, because some changes that have happened in our past were not pleasant. Okay. But sometimes you need to tell that ego to take a back seat. I know you love me. I know you care for me. I know that you are trying to keep me safe. But let's just kind of sit back and watch this unfold and have this new experience. Um, Catterday is a thing here. Oh, yeah. Portland is amazing. I love Portland. I love Oregon. Um, Anywho, so keep your thoughts in alignment with your goals. Remember that shift in perspective, that first card that came out, bottom of the deck. Um, Keep your focus on what it is that you want. Don't get stuck in the things that are happening that you don't want. Okay. I was going to say observing the things, but you're not observing if you're stuck in it, if you're tied to it. Okay. That will stagnate you. Stay in observation mode. Shift your perspective. How is this going to help me moving forward? Instead of, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening for me? What is it trying to teach me? What is it trying to show me? Okay. It's time to grow. Growing pains are a real thing, but it's okay. You're a warrior. Okay. Stand in your truth. Stand on what it is that you want. Even if you can't see it manifesting for you right now, doesn't matter. Doesn't mean it's not coming. It's already here. You don't have the eyes to observe it yet because you're not quite in that frequency to be able to observe it. Okay. So do everything that you need to do to release the old energy, the old observations, and stay in that heightened energy, in that welcoming energy, welcoming in the new, being excited for what's to come. Okay. Because our egos can make us anxious. Anxiety is a real thing, right? Especially for us neurodivergents and overthinkers. So I get it, but you're the only one that can do it. You're the only one that can save you. You're the only one that can get you out of that older frequency and into the new, into the better, into that status upgrade that we talked about. Fear loops and trauma, observe, don't absorb. Yes, absolutely. So keep walking that path. You're strong enough. Okay, strength card right above that warrior card. Use that Leo energy. Everyone has it. Even if you don't have a significant Leo placement in your chart, you still have a house in Leo. All right. So you have Leo energy. Use it. Stand strong in what it is that you believe in. Stay loyal to yourself and shine for what it is that you truly are, for who and what you are, not what society expects of you. Don't try to fit in. Remember, don't dim your light to fit in. I think I actually used that. I think that's in this deck that I used. So maybe that card will come out a little later. I don't know. We'll see. Now, when I was shuffling, you'll see here in a minute. I've got two kings that came out. They're next to each other. They came out in the reverse, and I'm like, what is going on? Use that Lyran energy. Yes. I'm like, why are these kings showing up in the reverse? And it's not the traditional way that I would take those kings showing up in the reverse. This is like, stop. Okay, stop. And then I had the Eight of Pentacles come out in the reverse. I'm like, what? Stop putting forth so much effort. Okay, we don't have the King of Wands out here, and I kind of like lifted an eyebrow at that one. We have King of Pentacles in the reverse next to the King of Cups in the reverse. Okay, and what came through, what I heard whenever I asked, like, okay, what's the deal here? Stop. Stop pursuing. Okay. That masculine energy is always the action taker, right? It's in pursuit of what it wants. And when these kings are in the upright, they're balanced emotionally, mentally, right? They're taking solid steps, but that's not what's happening here. So I have a friend who is experiencing some great difficulty with not being able to find a job, with bills piling up, with, this person has looked out of their home state for any kind of job that they can find. They've been taking so much action. They've been looking, they've been, just go, 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 grind, grind, grind all the time. But it's not producing. And this person is a really good person, huge heart, great worker in the line of work that they do, but they're anxious, okay? And they're trying to take action out of that anxiety, out of that fear. And whenever you're trying to seize opportunity from that platform, you're not going to see opportunity, okay? It's going to be very difficult to be able to manifest any kind of opportunity because you're focused from that space of lack, okay? So, hi, Ariana. Nice to see your beautiful face. Thank you for joining us. So, I had a small discussion. Oh my gosh, you said the same thing that I said. Your comment had not come through yet. You might have said it like at the same time that I did, but the lag, it's funny. Love you, girl. So this person is from that space of lack, trying to manifest something to take care of their family, which is completely real for a lot of people, all over right now. There's so much that's happening, so many people being triggered. Yeah, surrender is the only way to shift. Exactly. And I had this discussion with this person. They're not someone who really interacts with a lot of my work stuff, but someone who's I've known for my entire life. They've overcome so much in their lives, and wanting to have a better life for your family, for your children, you know, it can be really anxiety inducing. And here I am not wanting to work at my job. Yeah, count your blessings, Steph. No, I'm kidding. Love you. um, so this person is just chasing and chasing and chasing and seeking and searching and trying to make stuff happen. But I was like, you need to balance yourself. You need to come back to center, because whenever we are in that chasing stage, right? You guys hear me say this all the time. Whatever we're chasing is running from us. So it's not that this person is doing it all wrong, right? This is what the matrix paradigm has taught people. If you chase and if you go after and if you put in all the work and you be a good little slave, then everything's going to work out for you. And they're experiencing the opposite at this time, sadly. And, we had this discussion where I'm like, you just have to bring yourself back to center, because when you are in anxiety and you're searching for any type of opportunity that you can find, first of all, you're not going to see much, because when you're in that anxiety loop, right, you're not going to see opportunities right in front of you because you're just hyper fixated. Thank you. That's so sweet of you, Matt. So when we're hyper fixated on something, we're not going to see anything outside of that. We've got tunnel vision. We're not going to see, these opportunities that may be bigger and better than what it is that we're after. We're after any little thing, just anything at all. And that's when we settle for less than we deserve, right? So coming back to center, blow out the anxiety, okay? Calm that nervous system, because your nervous system is wired for high anxiety, if you're in this space. So it's time to reset, regulate your nervous system. Like chasing all the girls in high school, they want nothing to do with you until you have a girlfriend, and then they all want you. I mean, it happens. Hello, Dallas. I love you. So I know that it can be difficult in certain situations to slow your roll, to chill the fuck out. Okay. I get it, especially whenever your foundations are being threatened, but you have to regulate. You have to come back to center. All right. So make sure that you are regulating your nervous system. If you're experiencing some kind of, situation like the example that I gave, stop putting so much effort in. Stop and ask yourself, why aren't things moving forward? What can I learn from this situation? What have I learned that I can apply to this situation to get things moving forward? Or do I just need to sit with it? Do I need to sit with these emotions? Do I need to sit with these triggers? What is it that I need to do? Meditate on it. Sit and just be open, okay? You'll be shown, but you have to be open to it. Get into that pondering energy. Get into that wonderment energy. I wonder what the situation is trying to show me. When you get there, you're open to receiving the answers, not when you're chasing them, not when you're looking everywhere that you think they're going to be, because I guarantee you the answer is not going to be where you think when you're in that energy. If anyone watching is a nervous wreck, please head over to Rebel Spirit. Thank you. And the group on Facebook, Rebel Spirits Rising, and watch Matt's meditation he shared today. I did not see that, Matt. I haven't been on Facebook like much at all today. I think I opened it a couple times. Oh, yeah, I did. And I accidentally opened it. But you reminded me of something. Thank you. Completely unrelated. Stop putting effort in at work. Thanks for the advice. Steph, you're such a little pain in the butt. I love you. Not such a little pain in the butt though. You are like a giant in comparison to me, but you know. Whatevs. So stop chasing. Stop fucking chasing. Stop, giving yourself more anxiety, because, and this is what I like to tell people whenever they're experiencing this shit, okay? Because it's so fucking true, regardless of what your belief systems are, okay? If you are hyperfixated on something, if you are worried about something, that worry, that anxiety is not going to help the situation at all in any way. Not even a little bit, okay? Think about it, not knowing about manifestation or how this stuff works or the laws of attraction or anything like that. Just strictly from a regular person's perspective, okay? And then, like, if you look at it from the manifestation perspective, it rings so true. But if you didn't know anything about anything like that, okay, take into consideration that your anxiety, your overthinking, your chase, your anger, your frustration, your sadness, your overwhelm, all of it, none of that is going to help get you out of this situation, okay? None of it. And if you know a little bit about manifestation and about energy and frequency and vibration and how everything works, then you definitely know that's not going to help the situation. But when you're in it, when you're facing it head on, and you don't have the support, or maybe you don't have adequate support, or maybe you do, but you're still freaking out, it's not going to help to freak out about whatever it is that's happening, okay? Not going to improve the situation. Not saying to bypass your emotions and all of the things that are surfacing, but you need to tell yourself, you need to be the parent, okay? And tell your inner child to chill the fuck out, okay? Go do something, take a break from it, take a mental break from it, go on a walk, get that energy flowing, do something fun, do something you like to do, shake your ass, go do a painting, do, a crossword puzzle. I don't care what you do, but get your focus off of it, because that's not going to help. Freaking out about it is not going to improve the situation. So feel your feelings, allow the thoughts to pass you by, observe them, let them go. Don't dwell on them, okay? Don't take that chunk and start gnawing on it like a little rat. Don't do that, okay? We all need the reminder sometimes. Me too. So take a step away from it, whatever the problem is, and put your energy elsewhere so that can rebalance, so that can settle, and you'll find out that whenever you come back to it, it's not such a big deal. Or you have another idea about how you can overcome said problem, because for every problem, there is a solution. For every positive, there's a negative. They both coexist. They have to exist together. That's just how it works. Okay. Quantum physics, energy, frequency and vibration, all of it. Do some research. If you don't believe me, do some research, because I'm not great at explaining things sometimes. So, woosah. Allow it to pass by. No, it's going to grow and bulldoze. Let it all go. Yes. Yes. Let it fucking go. All right. This is your permission slip to let it all fucking go. Signed by Rebel. Okay. Focus on the light. Okay. All of that fire energy, all the fire energy that's coming in with this new year that's approaching, talking about the Chinese zodiac. Okay. Year of the Fire Horse starts February 17th. Mark your calendar. That's when shit starts to really move forward. All of this work that you've put in with the beehive, all of this work and effort that you've put in to building what it is that you want is coming. Okay. It's already, the structure is there. The honeycomb structure, all this stuff, that's the foundations of this matrix. Okay. But not just this one, any matrix, you'll notice, if you can see it energetically or if you can observe it in some way, you'll notice it starts out with like hexagonal, like honeycomb shapes. Okay. There's a reason for it. There's a reason why bees are little workers, why they create so much, and why they're not supposed to fly, but they do. Love it. Let it be. Ephemeral, temporary. Okay. What you have been experiencing is only temporary. The problem's only temporary. The phases, the chapters, the triggers, the traumas, all of it, it's temporary. Okay. So observe it, absorb what you need to, and then move forward. You are a cosmic child. You're a child of the cosmos. You are God in tangible human form, dressed up as whoever you are right now. Dressed up as Matt, dressed up as Steph, dressed up as Susan, okay? Dressed up as Kara. Whoever you are source, God, whatever you believe in, manifest in tangible form with your specific suit on. Yes, I love that, Matt. I love it. So focus on solutions. Be solution oriented. Don't just dwell on the problem. Be triggered by it. Okay. Experience the trigger. Experience the emotions that come up. Rebalance your nervous system. And then move forward from that energy. Rainbow. This too shall pass. Okay. All these beautiful colors, every color on the visible spectrum is coming in for you. Okay. Use them. Welcome them. Be open to the new light that's coming in. Let it go. The density, we're moving from a very dense earth plane, okay, to a lighter frequency. Things are not going to be so dense. If anyone has noticed lately, which there's been a lot of people that aren't even spiritual around me, like that I interact with on a regular, that have been noticing that time is speeding up again. So shit's changing. Things with this Earth matrix are shifting and changing. You see the systems crumbling, you see everything crashing, and simultaneously we are coming together to rebuild, to refocus. Even though it looks like chaos right now and it looks like there's fires everywhere, trust and believe those things have to burn down before we can rebuild. The sweet waters. Sensuality, romance, enjoyment, fertility, and balance. What I've been talking about. Balance and the birthing process. The birthing process is not easy. Labor pains are excruciating. Trust me, I did it twice. Still ended up in C-section, but I experienced the pain of it twice just because I'm a stubborn ass Capricorn with a Cap stellium. Okay. So I was like, yes, pain, please. All of the pain, extra times 10 million. All right. Don't ask me why, but the pain brings the sweetness. Okay. So we may be going through some labor pains right now. We may be going through some tight squeezes right now. but trust and believe that it's all going to be worth it. And it's time to really open up and welcome that sensuality, that romance, that enjoyment, all of it right now from a balanced state. And you know how to do that because you've been balancing yourself, you've been working on your healing, you've been triggered, you have fallen down on your knees and you've gotten yourself back up, dusted your spiritual, beautiful self off, and kept fucking walking the path. Okay. You walk the walk. You don't just talk. Okay. So just put it into practice again. That's all it is. And, you know, and from the higher perspective of things, don't shoot the messenger, please. But look at it from that higher perspective. Remember, focus on what it is that you want as far as the outcome, the solution, and not so much on the problem. We don't want to get tunnel vision. We don't want to hyper focus on the problem because we'll just manifest more of a problem. Love it, Matt. Co-manifestation. Beautiful. Making waves. I was given the thought earlier of how powerful our anger, our rage, our frustration, all of that can be. And whenever I picked up this card, I was shown that again in my inner vision. Making waves, momentum is building. It's your time and achievement. And you know, I've been talking to you guys for the last couple of months at least about harnessing that anger, that raw power, right? Because emotions are only good or bad from a human perspective. It's whatever we give to it, right? So anger is a very powerful emotion. And if you're pissed the fuck off at where you're at in your life or in any given situation, that is enough to bring you up out of it. Don't play the victim, okay? I know it can be hard sometimes, especially when you're feeling victimized over and over and over again. Not discounting that, not discrediting that. It's totally valid, but allow it to provoke that anger within you because anger is raw and it's powerful. And when harnessed and applied properly, it can get you up out of any situation. Okay. So get angry, get pissed off about situations that you feel stuck in, and then do something about it. Okay. Anger is a great motivator. So make those waves. I'm seeing angry, stormy seas, but that is what moves fucking mountains, quite literally sometimes. Okay. So allow yourself to use that anger without judgment. Sometimes people will judge themselves for feeling anger whenever they're supposed to be spiritual, but you're spiritual regardless of what your beliefs or practices are. We cannot be a victim and a master at the same time. Absolutely. I love that, Ariana. I'm going to highlight that. I love it. You cannot be a victim and a master at the same time. That is absolutely true. So feel your feels, okay? Feel the victim thing while you need to for a little bit. Don't dwell on it. Don't stay there because you'll stagnate. Get pissed off about being the victim and pull your ass up, okay? Make those waves because waves bring achievement, okay? They move energy really quickly too. I don't know if you've ever been on stormy seas, but I sure the fuck have, and it moves, okay? Let it rain, allowing what is, inevitability, and trust. This is the energy of surrender, okay? Let it rain. Let it. Whatever's going to happen, let it fucking happen. Just like Steph said earlier, let it be, okay? Let it exist. Because if we continue to fight the existence of something that we don't want, we're putting our energy and focus on that thing, and it's only going to grow. It's only going to make waves and start to cascade around and spill over to other situations in our lives. Okay, stop fighting what it is that you don't want and start just letting it exist the fuck over there. Put your attention over here on your trajectory on what it is you want and where you want to go. Hi, Christy. Love you. because that way you're giving it room to exist. You don't really care though that it's existing because you're too focused on building what it is that you want. Okay. So let it go, let it be, let it exist, but start creating something better to take its place because it's on its way out. Unless you're hyper focusing on it, unless you're dwelling on it, then it's only going to exacerbate. Okay. It's only going to grow. It's only going to continue. And then it's got the spillover effect. Okay. Think of the Titanic. Let the flash floods flow. Yeah. Because flash floods, it's a huge rush of waters. Yes, it is. It can cause so much destruction. It can cause, so much chaos. But the thing with flash floods is they're, at the drop of a hat, they're here. And then at the drop of the hat, they're gone. Trust me, I lived in the desert. So allow it. There's nothing you can do about anything that's in existence, people, situations, or otherwise. Okay. So why try to change it? Allow it to exist because it's only bad depending on your focus, your judgment, your perspective. Okay. Take it as a win. Take it as oh yeah, that was really shitty to experience. But you know what? Had I not experienced that, then I wouldn't have gained this knowledge. I wouldn't have gained this tool. I would not have gained the wisdom from that so that I can avoid manifesting something like that or creating something like that in my future. So count my lucky stars. Now I know how not to do it. Okay. It's just trial and error. How else are you going to learn? Okay, follow the stream. Dedication, trust, future rivers and oceans. What have we been talking about this whole time? Allow what exists to exist. Find your balance. Be triggered. Have your emotions. Express them, whatever you got to do. And then start creating the momentum for your future streams. Okay? Future rivers and oceans. Opportunity is coming. Okay? The thing about it is even though you might have white rapids, say your river is experiencing lots of rocks right now and the water's just crashing everywhere over it, and you're in this boat hanging on for dear life with your little helmet and your little life vest on, hoping and praying that you're going to stay in the boat. Okay, but that momentum will carry you downstream where it calms out, where you have new openings, where that stream has carved out new directions for itself. And they all lead home. They all lead to the ocean. Okay. So just expect that these rapids you may be experiencing right now are leading you to calmer waters. Okay. They're giving you the momentum that you need to get to where things can really level out and rebalance. Echo, echo, echo. That's what I heard. Echo, echo, echo. Opportunities. Echo. It's not just one opportunity, guys. Many opportunities. This is opening a path for things that you never even anticipated. When chaotic energy takes place in your life, that's groundbreaking energy. It might suck. It might be scary. You might not know what's going to happen. You might be clinging on to the edge of that life raft for dear life. Okay. But with that much momentum, it's causing more openings. It's breaking ground for all of the new things that you could not even foresee yourself. Okay. So echoes of opportunity is they're like bottom line underscore echoes of opportunity. So big opportunity. And then the aftershocks or the echoes of that. So expect more than one opportunity to come in. And sleep easy, rest easy, rebalance, take a deep breath, come back to center while it's manifesting. Esther Hicks, well, and Abraham. She channels Abraham, the collective of Abraham. She always talks about, like, if you cannot stop focusing on the unwanted things, go take a nap. You know, go do something else or go take a nap. Because when you take a nap, it resets everything. Okay. It's like a full body reset because you're not consciously awake and focusing on all the shit that's going wrong. You're in, you know, Delta, if you're lucky enough, if you're napping, to reach Delta state. But that is the area of non-resistance. So go take a nap, do whatever you need to do, sleep on it. Okay. Just allow the energy to exist and go take your ass a nap, because maybe you're tired. Okay. Maybe you're tired of all the anxiety, all of the worry, all of the hyper focus, and your ass needs a nap. So if that's you, take a nap. Silky, come out of hiding, embrace who you truly are. And when this card came out, I was reminded of that little video. I know you guys have all probably seen it because I've seen it like several times over the past few weeks on my timeline. Of the it's just a little Silky that's just kind of bobbing in an underwater, and it's just kind of being carried around by a current in front of the camera, like it goes this way and then it's out of the picture and then it comes back in and it's just chilling. It's just like straight up and down, just bobbing along with the current. So, you know, and that makes sense coming out above that slumber card. Okay. So chill, whatever you got to do to chill, even if it's go take a nap. That's why you're always sleeping. I love it, Susan. Yes, focusing on your breath is very helpful too, for sure, especially when calming your nervous system. So be playful like a Selkie, be playful, and just chill, relax. They spend a lot of time napping on rocks. I don't know if y'all know anything about harbor seals or Selkies or sea lions or, you know, any, take your pick of the water doggies, but they sleep a lot and they love to sleep in the sun. They get up on top of docks, on top of boats, all kinds of places. They find themselves a spot in the sun and they're snoozing. Okay. A lot of the time they can actually be quite boring when you're observing them, but maybe that's what you need to do. Not maybe, that is what you need to do. You need to fucking chill. Okay. You need to be like a little Selkie, be like a little seal, sea lion, otter, walrus. I don't give a fuck what it is that you think that you are. Just be it. Embody that energy and take a breather, okay? Because too much hyper focus, too much anxiety isn't going to do you or anyone else a bit of good. Definitely not going to change the situation for the better at all, right? If you know about manifestation, you know. Glimpse showing up, talking about those glimmers. You had a nap today for Train. Nice to see your beautiful face. Thank you for joining us. And I love that you had a nap. So glimpse. Be open to seeing those glimmers of hope, those glimmers of happiness, even if it's just in the moment. They are so cute. I love them. They're not so nice, so don't approach them in the wild. I've had some that have just like come up to me, like not like up close, but like just come and chill, like pretty close by where I can just observe them. But I've also had some with attitudes where like they came out and was like growling at me and shit. And I'm like, dude, I'm not coming up in your space, not coming up in your bubble. I'm just trying to pass through. So hello, Laren, how are you? So yeah, they can be so adorable and so sweet and so nice, but they're also very territorial. So do not approach them in the wild. Okay. Just like Yellowstone bison and bison anywhere, but most, you know, people go to Yellowstone and try to pet the bison. Don't do it. Don't try to pet the seals. Don't do it. One day, Ellie and I saw a seal swimming here in the Willamette River. Aw, that's awesome. That's so awesome. And that's for anybody who doesn't know, it's Willamette, not Willamette. So adorbs. I love all of them. I love all of them. Even the ones that have an attitude, I'm like, oh, look at you, you're so mad. I'm not gonna infringe on your little territory there, buddy. But look at you, you're so mad. Yeah, they're so cute. I love them. Anyway, keep focusing on the glimmers, on the positive things in your day. Every single little tiny positive thing, do it. Focus on it, because the more you focus your energy there, the more those are going to grow. You're going to get bigger glimmers. Then it's going to be like sunbursts, okay? Amber, this is preservation. And amber is a very healing, um, I don't know what you would call it because it's not a stone. It's a sap, but it's fossilized tree sap. So I don't know. What do you call that, Kara? Hello, Wendy. Thank you for joining us, beautiful. So from that, I'm getting like the good is preserved even through the difficult times, the chaotic times, okay? Because I mean, prehistoric bugs are found inside amber, and they still have, like, you can extract the DNA and get all kinds of information and all kinds of, nerdy science stuff from it. But amber is also very healing. Resin, thank you, Steph. It is a resin, thank you. Swans, I don't know that I would mess with a swan. I mean, geese are pretty fucking, yeah, amber. It's a resin. It's fossilized tree sap resin stuff. But anyway, really, really beneficial for like pain relief and things like that. So this is right next to that glimpse card. Okay. Use these glimmers, these glimpses of positivity to soothe and balm you right now. If you're experiencing difficulty, if you're experiencing desolation, we've got desolate here. But just know that what is meant for you is preserved. It's basically, fossilized in amber, waiting to be extracted once you get there. And we have the crossroads card coming out. This is a really beautiful crossroads card because you see the sunshine. It's beautiful rolling hills. Like it's amazing energy. So it's not that it's a daunting crossroads that you're coming to. It's you've been experiencing this desolate path for at least a little bit, right? So now it's time to choose the better path, the more beautiful, sunshiny, green, rolling hills, all of it. Stop looking at me, Swan. Swans are like Canada geese. They're winged cobras. Okay, I thought so. I've never experienced, I mean, I have, but they were just chilling. I've never experienced like a swan face to face though, so I don't know. But like I've been around them at parks and stuff. I never had a bad experience, but animals usually are graceful and balanced around me. So except for the one seal that had an attitude. But in his defense, I did walk down the stairs on the dock and he was chilling down on the lower dock and I didn't know he was there and he didn't know I was coming. So I kind of startled him. So I would have an attitude too. There's a group of 7 here in the sea. Sometimes I feed them, but you move too quick. They say slow down. And triggered, so stop for a sec to see that they're okay. That's awesome. Yeah, I geese can be assholes, so yeah, I wouldn't fuck with a swan either. But you're moving from this desolation, from this dry, deserted, desert scape to this beautiful rolling hills. But you have to choose, you have to walk, okay? You have to focus on what it is that you want, and you have to start manifesting the path to open up at your feet, okay? It is there, but maybe you're not quite in the frequency of being able to see it, okay? So once you hit that frequency, once you release all of that shit that's anchoring you down into the old frequencies in lack in whatever it is that you're experiencing, it's really going to open up for you. Your blessings are preserved. They are the balm. They are showing you glimmers and glimpses. Okay. So just keep focusing there. Don't give so much focus to the triggers, the trials, the tribulations, only enough to deal with what you need to deal with in the 3D tangible world. But, you know, focus on what you're building, not what's leaving. Um, I just heard don't let it hit you where the good Lord split you. So I don't know. Maybe make light of the fact that it's leaving. Don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out kind of energy. Okay. Be playful. Um, Allow that beautiful, morbid sense of humor to really come out. Because I know all y'all alchemists out there have already developed quite a morbid sense of humor. And I'm here for it, yo, because same. So just allow things to exist and don't judge them. Don't judge yourself for having manifest or experienced them, because they're only here because they're meant to teach you a lesson. They're not here to punish you. It doesn't mean that you fucked up, that you misstepped, that you're a bad person, or you're bad at manifesting, or bad at, whatever. We come here to have these experiences to help shape us, to help grow us as souls. So it doesn't say anything about you, your character, your soul, what you did or didn't do in a past life. It's a swan will F you up. I believe it. And I wouldn't go looking for trouble with them either, because birds freak me out whenever they get an attitude. I don't know. I might have been like pecked apart by birds in another life or something, but I do not like to fuck with mean birds. I fought a turkey, okay, and it was scary, but I did it because I had to protect my babies. So I have gone toe to toe with a giant bird before, and it was not fun, and it was actually pretty scary. So if you take nothing else away from this reading today, just take away, don't fuck with birds, especially if they're big. Okay. Thank you, Susan. I love you. No fear if you listen to the hiss, they don't diss. Words to live by, Matt, for sure. Thank you, Patrine. I think you're awesome too. So yeah, that's a collective energy reading for the time being, for the next week or so. Almost as much as a listening to an audiobook, and it was talking about the other side and the expansive knowledge they have. It's like, if they're so wise, do they need information from us, from our experiences? I get the growing of our soul, but why? I get it. Why? Because, we have the experience to grow us as a soul, to gain all of this wisdom and all of the tools for other experiences that we want to have in other places, right? And everything's happening all at the same time. It's not successive. But hello, Lori. Thank you. But yeah, it sucks. While we're in the experience, it sucks. But whenever we look back on difficult times in our lives, eventually we can get to a point, a lot of the time, not always, okay, where we can look back on it and laugh, or look back on it like with kinder eyes, like, oh, yeah, that was a really shit experience. But if I hadn't done that, then that wouldn't have brought me to X, Y, Z, and blah, blah, blah. And I wouldn't have met so and so, or I wouldn't have had this amazing experience that I ended up having because of the reroute that happened with the chaos, right? So, it's all about experience, and it's only good or bad if we put the judgment on it. So, if we can remain neutral as often as possible, or get to the point where we can look back on a situation that we've already gone through and look at it from a more neutral perspective, with more gratitude for having had the strength to endure it, probably to begin with, but the lessons that we learned through it. Like, if I wouldn't have had the experience with my ex, that was like, there was a lot of good in it for a few years, but then it got really, really bad and really, really dark, and it caught me off guard. But had I not had that experience, for that period of time with that person, I wouldn't have learned, uh, about, I had a crash course in energy and how manifestation and energy flows and works, right? And I wouldn't have gained the experience on how to spot a fucking narcissist so quick. So quick. Okay. So now I can spot a narcissist from like 5,000 miles away, but I was naive before, and I had my crash course and I had to learn. You're welcome. Yes, you have not met all the people that will love you yet. I love that too. Um, because, you can meet the best friend that you will ever have in this lifetime, and you think, man, I've had some pretty good friends, you know, up until now. But then, eventually you meet someone else, or that partner, or whoever, family, chosen family. So yeah, you've not met all the people that are going to love you and cherish you and appreciate you for everything that you absolutely are, and not, try to make you into something that you absolutely are not. So I did have a birthday. Thank you, Wendy. It was on the 13th. I was working that day and I was exhausted, and I made tacos, and I did not work that night, but I worked that day during the day. But I've been doing my psychic work in the evenings, um, for another psychic website. So I've been like pulling a lot of work, like doing triple duty lately. But Monday is my last day with the school district, so it should balance out soon. But it's been crazy hectic. Just needed to live with a narcissist for a few years to learn all the behaviors. Yeah, for real. Like autism, okay, if someone says something to you, or I mean, you take it at face value a lot of the time. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ariana. So that, and being, just naive from the way that I was brought up in the church and stuff. Yeah, I had no clue, but I was in my early 20s and I was working for a franchise that was basically a front for um, Coca-Cola. I had no idea. I was just very naive. So that experience did teach me a lot, about a lot of real world situations that I would have never had occur to me had I not lived life with that person. So, and also to that person's credit, I did, develop more of an advocacy for myself and for others. Like, no, I will not tolerate that, and you can fuck right off. Before I was very people pleasy, and you know, I gained a lot of gifts through the experience, but it was an awful experience nonetheless. So many of those businesses everywhere. Yeah, most people don't know, and like I sold so many. It was for an AT&T franchise, like little chain. They sold AT&T plans and services. I sold so many phones for free, like when smartphones came out, to like all my friends, and they just had to pay the sales tax on them and didn't even do like an upgrade or anything. And they never noticed. How could they not have been checking the stock? But it was never about that. And I didn't know until many years after I stopped working there. So hindsight is 2020. Thank you, Laren. Yeah, it was really difficult. But that's, I ended up moving here to hide from, get away from that person. So, it worked out in more ways than I'm probably even aware of at this point. So everything happens for a reason, to put you on the track that you need to be on, even if it's very unpleasant for a long time. Ultimately, you're always finding yourself exactly where you're meant to be. So I love you guys. I'm going to let y'all go and get back to your evening. I've got to get to work. So thank you, Wendy. Me too. My boys are running around the house being loud. If you guys hear them, they're playing, they're having fun. But yeah, hopefully they'll chill before I start taking clients. Oh my gosh, you guys. I was doing chat with a client on the website last night and my Wi-Fi crashed like right in the beginning. And I was like, no, it took me like 20 minutes to figure out and fix the problem. But yeah, it ended up being fine. We reconnected afterwards. My client found me again and they called me back. Well, chatted me back. So it all worked out, but I crashed out for a minute too. So don't dwell on the shit that goes wrong because ultimately it's going to correct itself. It's going to go right. You're going to find yourself exactly where you're meant to be. I love you guys. Mwah. Thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you guys for showing up. Those of you who I haven't seen in a while, it was beautiful to see you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll see you guys next weekend. Mwah, 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 mwah. Love you guys.